Hey everybody, we had an interesting development this week that I'm going to share with you. We have, at Sanctuary on occasion we get trolls, and they like to make up things about us. They like to say that we say things that we didn't say. They even like to make fun of us. And we had this one guy that for the whole time I've ever been with Sanctuary, he's been doing that. And the other day I was going through Facebook and going through other social media, and I found where he had been following and kind of like sneaking through all of our stuff. So anyway, in the spirit of love, I sent him a message and I said, "Hey man, it's awesome that you're following us. It's great that we're connecting again. Is it that you want to be our friend, or aren't you the guy that used to really hate us, And he sent no message back. He instantly went and blocked everything. Blocked it all. Busted!
Enough now! Enough is enough! No more white lies, it's time to hang tough! Enough now!
It beats all the way some people live to find things wrong with everything else. If they can't find anything on their own, they make things up. I learned that when I was in my last church with some people that wanted me out of there because I was the weird guy. They couldn't get any dirt on me, so they just made stuff up. I'm going to tell you a contrast to the troll that I talked about a while ago in the intro. I want to tell you a contrast of another lady. Now, there was this really very aged lady, very senior adult lady. We'll call her Addie Mae. Addie Mae was very well respected in the church. She had been there for years and years. She lived in a retirement center that was right next to the church because she was a widow, and they kind of helped take care of widows there. We just all loved her. I booked a concert with a band to come in, and they were a hard rock band. They weren't heavy metal, but they were heavy. They were very loud, very heavy band. I had previously booked them at a church that I had been at several years before, and we had sold out the high school gym with this band. It was interesting because this time we had 1,200 seats to sell for tickets. We partnered up with our local Christian radio station that's independent, not K-Love. We partnered up with the radio station. We sold those 1,200 tickets like wildfire. They just were flying, and we had a really great show lined up. Well, one day I'm in my office and I look up and Miss Addie Mae's standing at my door. And she walked over, she says, "I have a question." And I said, "What's that?" She said, I purchased a ticket to go see this gospel group. And she had bought one of those tickets. I was like, oh, wow, what am I going to do? This lady's done bought a ticket to see this hard rock band. She is going to pitch a fit when she sees it. I tried to talk to her, but she, when I started to approach the subject, I was getting her ticket for her. And I told her, I was like, now, Miss Addie Mae, and she says, "I got to go. I'm in a hurry." And she leaves. I didn't get to tell her. So over the course of about the next month before the show, every time I would try to get to her to tell her, to warn her about this particular show, something always came up. She was interrupted. Like I said, she was a very, very well-loved lady in the church and always had people with her. Finally, the day of the show comes, and I have been stressing about this for a month. I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be bad. This could potentially be really bad. She comes to the show, and I see her standing in line, and I said, okay, I've got to go tell her what's going on. So I go over there, and I said, "Miss Addie Mae, you got to listen to me. This band it's a band that's aimed for younger people. It's not a band that is a gospel group. It's not a gospel sing." And she said, "Well, yeah, I kind of figured that by looking at the crowd, She said, "I kind of noticed by looking at everybody that I was kind of stuck out." Look, I want you guys to know I watched her during the show. She sat through the entire show. And I was just blown away by her expression and all the things that were going on. And I didn't know what to expect after the show was over. So I made a point, as soon as the show was over, to go over and see Miss Addie Mae. And I said, "Miss Addie Mae, I appreciate you sitting through that. I know you probably didn't enjoy that." She said, "Huh?" I said, I know you probably didn't enjoy the show that you just sat through, but I appreciate your patience with it. Thank you for putting up with it. She said, "Huh? Oh, wait a minute. She turned her hearing aids up. She says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I had turned my hearing aids down because that wasn't my favorite kind of music." And I said, well, that's exactly what I was trying to tell you. I wanted you to know I appreciated you putting up with it, just to be here with us tonight. And she said, listen, Scott, she said, I had a ball. She said, I spent the whole time, I didn't watch the band. She said, I watched 1,200 people around me worshiping, praising the Lord, lifting up his name. And she said, and I saw them with their hands like this, and I saw them with tears going down their face. And she said, and God has richly blessed me tonight. Miss Addie Mae, she's in heaven now, and she's experiencing worship like we've never known. But Miss Addie Mae was different from our troll that changed his name and started, stalking us and doing his little thing on social media. Miss Addie Mae, she was looking for God's movement. She wasn't trying to find something to complain about. We can find things to complain about, anything we want to. It doesn't matter what we're doing, where we're going, what we're looking at. We can find stuff to complain about, right? But Miss Addie Mae wasn't looking to complain. She was looking for Jesus. She was looking for the Lord in the midst of all the commotion. That's what she was looking for. Today, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge me. Let's stop looking for stuff to fuss and complain about. Let's look for Jesus.